Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Archives. My name is Teemah, also known as Master Archivist, and we are back once again for our final episode of a Master Archives analysis. And before we get started, if you do like the video, please leave a like and let me know in the comments what your favorite part of this episode was and what your favorite part of this Mando season is. And you can also find me on Twitch weekly playing Star Wars and sci-fi games. So with that out of the way, let's begin. So to continue where we left off, we see Din Djarin being taken away by the Phase 4 Dark Troopers, and this entire sequence, I gotta say, was the chef's kiss. Felt very John Wick inspired fight, and I'm all for Mando fighting these Dark Troopers in this 2-on-1 wave, with R5 deactivating the shields one by one, give Mando some time between fights, and with no prep time needed, Mando easily clears the room on his way to Moff Gideon. And the dripped out Moff was waiting, sending his Praetorian guards to do Din dirty. And honestly, with all the rumors of Din Djarin dying off in this season, I honestly thought they're going to do him in just like Mad Vizsla. And really seeing our boy IG-12 in action to save him was something I was really hoping for once they introduced that like exosuit. It's nice to actually see some action, which didn't really last that long because that suit got shut down fast, leading to Grogu playing tag with the Praetorians until Din could come in for the save. Now, to continue from there, we also see Axe Woves apparently not the spy, like everyone's thinking. Everyone was putting their money on Axe Woves and the armor, but here, my guess really, though, is Officer Kane, because, I mean, that's the only one who really tipped off Moff Gideon to anything, so that's really my only guess. But we do see Axe Woves aim the capital ship into the Imperial base, and then with all the Mandos huddled in the cave, we also see that Mandalore itself is regrowing. Symbolic, you could say, with not only their government society growing, but the planet itself is now prospering thanks to the Mandos that were left on the planet helping to collect some of the environment and rebuild it under the cave here, or regrow it, I should say. It's nice to see, as the saying goes, the Mandalorians are stronger together than separate. So as this goes on and the Mandalorians now enter into battle, we also see Bo-Katan face one-on-one with Moff Gideon to help round out her redemption arc through the season. And with Moff Gideon's robo strength, he was actually able to destroy the Darksaber, which I am sad about because the legendary item in terms of Mandalore culture. But with that being, probably the best move they could do, because now, instead of one to rule Mandalore, they must wield the Darksaber. It removes that stigma and allows Mandalore to be ruled more by those who would bring it to a brighter future. Now to the base below, Grogu hits a Kanan, while Moff Gideon hits a Jackson. And that pretty much finalizes the episode. Now, I mean, a lot of people theorize this isn't Moff Gideon's end. It could be one of his clones, as we just saw in the scenes prior. I do hope it's not the case. I hope that is just Moff Gideon and those clones are done. Because I think one thing we do kind of need is more of a finite end for characters, which in Star Wars movies we really haven't gotten in recent times. And I think in terms of a fan base and lore-wise, I think that's really something we should kind of be leaning more towards, just because we need stories to end. I know it's great we can keep a character going as long as possible, we keep it vague, keeps it interesting. I agree. But I do think too that some stories do need to come to an end, just so we can have some type of resolution. Also, one parallel I loved, and stop me if you heard this joke before, but Mando walks into a bar and... No, but for real, after all this, we do see Din settle down and give Grogu a place to live. And going forward, I gotta say, if this is how it ends, I think it's perfect. I think it's nice. It's one of the few times in Star Wars we get a happy ending. So even if this may not be the end of the story, I think this relative moment of peace, I think, is really what we've been waiting for 3 seasons. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you. Fortunately, our time together is coming to an end right now. Not fully. I will be back. I'm actually going to be doing episodes of Master Archives analysis when Ahsoka comes out. In the meantime, I'm actually releasing just more of retrospectives, opinions, hot takes. I'm going to be making tons of different videos for that. And I'm trying to make generally higher production videos about Star Wars topics coming up. And overall, it's always my pleasure to bring Master Archives analysis to everyone here on YouTube. And I thank you so much for the support here. With each episode of The Bad Batch and with Mando. And thank you so much for the support here. I think it's been great. You guys have been lovely. Tons of likes, views, and I always appreciate it. If you are interested, you can still find me. Besides these videos, you can find me weekly on Twitch. And with that being said, from the next video or next Master Archives analysis, thank you so much for tuning in, and may the Force be with you.